I think today you could make it probably 40% the fact that Shanghai doesn't open till tomorrow. If you look around at the global markets, they were all celebrating that. And then you could make it 40% oil. And the other 20%, I think, is Mario Draghi, and even a little bit that the IMF once again suggested to the Fed, don't do it.
Before we leave the topic of oil, to hear the Treasury Secretary say specifically that Iran will not be free from sanctions until they comply with the deal, that the vote doesn't just open the spigot for their oil. Do you think that that takes away a wild card, at least for the time being?
Well, it certainly tempers something that was a factor on Wednesday when we looked at the oil inventories, and about the same time we found out that they could sustain the veto, and therefore you might have more oil. I think Iran is kind of a wild card. They are said to have tankers all over the place already filled with oil. It's not high quality oil. It's quite sulfurous, but there are people who can use it. So when everybody says, well, it'll take a while to ramp up to 1 million barrels or two, I think they just have to pull those tankers out and start selling it someplace, and it will impact the price greatly.
Art, when I was a kid, I had this kitten named Charlotte, and she was paranoid. Any noise, and she would run this way or that way. It feels to me like the markets have been that way about oil and the Asian markets. Is that what's going on, and what breaks us out of that and gets people paying attention to something else other than what's happening over there?
Well, I think what you need to see is several days, if not a couple of weeks, of stability. There's a big debate. Did we have a capitulation bottom? Will we be retesting? Experience tells me we should be retesting, and it's a matter of a couple of weeks. It's nice to have a day or two like this, but that's no absolute guarantee. I don't think it's a V bottom in place.
Quickly before we go, dovish comments out of the ECB, reiteration from the IMF that global growth is weak. Does that mean that the Fed would risk an even bigger decoupling, so to speak, if they were to raise rates in 2 weeks?
I still don't believe they should do it. However, I will tell you, and these are unconfirmed rumors in the watering holes of Wall Street, that they're serious enough about it to hold conversations with the primary dealers, the people who trade in treasuries, asking what do you think would be a negative consequence if we did it. So it sounds like they're certainly considering it and are concerned about it if those rumors are correct.
I'd trust the people in your watering holes, that's
okay.
For sure, Art. Art Cashin, we appreciate it.